Yo, what's good, basketball heads? It's your boy Crush. So let's talk about the Knicks, the Indiana Pacers, Game 7. You know, the Knicks, they got eliminated, but you got to give them some respect, man. No one thought the Knicks would have gotten this far. Nobody. At least not at the beginning of the playoff. No one saw the Knicks doing what they did. You got to give them some kind of respect, man. You know, and unfortunately, Julius Randle, he got hurt. Their center got hurt. OG got hurt. I truly believe if OG wasn't injured, the Knicks would have been one. There would be no Game 7. Obviously, you can't fully prove that, but I'm telling you, if OG Anunoby was healthy, the Knicks would have won. Because beyond Jalen Brunson, he's arguably the second best player. You get offense, you get defense. You know, he's a great defender. He has good offense. And once he got injured, man, that just threw a monkey wrench in the whole situation. So the Knicks been battling injury all playoffs. You know, late in the season, they started battling injuries. That carried over into the playoffs. You know, and once OG went down, you kind of felt like, man, it's a wrap. Yeah, they won a game, but once OG went down, it just wasn't looking good, man. And they fought, man. I got to give it to the Knicks. They fought. They fought hard, you know. And if you notice in the entire playoffs, they won their first 2 home games. They lost the next 2 in Indiana. They went back home, won their home game, and they lost the next game in Indiana, which was Game 6, and now they got eliminated. So if you notice what I'm saying, both teams won all their games at home, which means coming into Game 7, you know, I knew it was going to be tough because Game 6, they got blown off the court. Indiana had momentum. But looking at the data, I'm like, you know what? They have a chance, you know, since they won all their home games. I was riding on the Knicks won their home games, so they're in a good position, more than likely to win Game 7. But Indiana came off. I mean, Indiana was coming in town on momentum, man. They had the momentum. You know, after winning Game 6, they felt good. They had momentum. And the Knicks made a lot of sloppy plays, turnovers, bonehead plays, man. And Indiana came out swinging with the energy. They shot 70% in the first half. A team shooting 70% in the first half? That's crazy. You're going to have a long night. So Indiana, you know, they came to play. Game 6 carried over into Game 7. Jalen Brunson, he got hurt. He fractured his hand in the third quarter, and that was all she wrote. The Knicks came out of halftime almost down 20. They brought it down to 6 with over 6 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. And I'm like, okay, now we have a game. You have over 7 minutes remaining in the third quarter, down 6. That's anybody's ball game. So I was like, you know what? Okay, they had momentum. You know, they fought hard. They brought it back to 6. And then Indiana said, nope, not happening. And they shot right back up. Of course, with the help of the Knicks, they made a bunch of bonehead plays, turnovers, you know, miss assignments. They just wasn't focused, man. The team wasn't focused. And they got eliminated. But they played great all season. Nobody thought they would have gotten this far. It would have been nice to see the Knicks finally make an Eastern Conference Finals. It's been over 2 decades. So that would have been great, man. It would have been great for the city, for the fans, for Jalen Brunson and his teammates, for everybody. The Knicks making the Eastern Conference Finals would have been huge, win or lose. It wouldn't matter if they got to the NBA Finals. Just making the Eastern Conference Finals would be like making the NBA Finals, for New York at least, because they haven't had a lot of success in a long time. The last time they had a little minor success was Melo. They got to the second round, the semis, Game 6 versus the Pacers during the Miami Heat LeBron era, you know, and J.R. Smith, he choked, and the rest is history. So this would have been huge for the city, man, huge for all the fans. But unfortunately, the New York Knicks, they fell short, man. And it's tough. It's heartbreaking because Jalen Brunson fractured his hand. The Knicks have been riddled with injuries all playoff long, late in the season, and it all just carried over. It trickled down. And I am telling you this, I feel this wholeheartedly. If OG wasn't hurt, didn't get injured, they would have eliminated the Pacers by Game 6. because OG came back, but as you can see, they had to take him out of the game. He wasn't right, still injured. He just wasn't right. There's no point risking hurting him more, so you might as well take him out of the game. And it's heartbreaking, man, because I really wanted the Knicks to advance, but the Pacers came out hot, man. They shot 70%. Like, holy craps. Team is shooting 70% in a game. More than likely, you're going to lose. And unfortunately, they fell to the Pacers, man. Jalen Brunson went down. He got injured. So now you have OG. He's still trying to recover from injuries. Jalen Brunson is injured. Zach Randolph, he's trying to recover from his injury. Their center, he's injured. Everybody's injured on the Knicks. So the fact they did all this, made it this far, they fought hard. They showed heart. They kept fighting. You got to take your hat off, man. Because let's be honest, nobody expected for the Knicks to be this far. No one thought they was going to get to this point. No one saw that coming. But I'm not going to downplay Indiana's success, man. Indiana did what they had to do, man. They went into Madison Square Garden, which they haven't won since the playoffs. Every single game in the playoffs, they lost in Madison Square Garden. So they went in Madison Square Garden in Game 7 and took the Knicks' heart. So I got to give them props, man. I'm not going to downplay what they did. Indiana did what they needed to do to get it done. And like I said, man, Game 6 boosted everybody's confidence. They're feeling good about themselves. And it's like it gave them that belief. We could win in the Garden. So they went to the Garden and they put the Knicks to bed. No excuses. I got to give Indiana their respect. I'm not going to sit here in front. No, you got to give them their respect. They went into the Garden and they took it. Either way, man, it was a great series. Game 7, it was amazing. The Knicks could have already wrapped this up before Game 7 if it wasn't for injuries. And also, Game 4, dude made a shot from way out. Dude made a big shot that won the game from like way out. And then they took care of Game 6. And the rest is history, man. The Knicks fell short, man. They were one game away from the Eastern Conference Finals in 20 plus years, man. That's crazy. Jalen Brunson, that dude, he's a beast, man. I got to give him his props. Jalen Brunson is a monster. That dude is a baller. His future looks bright, man. He was in the MVP talks this season. He came in 5th in voting, but still, the man was in the MVP discussion, and that says a lot. That tells you he's a baller. I look for the Knicks to only get better. Hopefully they could add another piece in the offseason. If they could get another star to go alongside Brunson and Zach Randolph, or just get another star to go alongside Brunson, the Knicks are going to be good, man. They're a young team. They're not old. They're young. The East is the weaker conference, so the Knicks are going to be all right. They're going to make playoffs for years to come. The Knicks have finally arrived. Are they a championship team? No, they're not. Not yet. But they have a few pieces, man. They're like 1 or 2 pieces away from making the Eastern Conference Finals. The injury bug got them this season, and that's the truth. Indiana won fair and square. Like I said, no excuses. Injuries got New York eliminated. Just too many injuries, man. But we're going to see what happens next season. This was a great series. Indiana did their thing. New York, they did their thing. It was a great fight back and forth. Indiana won all their home games. The Knicks won all their home games. So it was a great series, man. What's not to love? It was a great showdown. But in the end, Indiana, they took care of business, and now they're advancing to the finals, the Eastern Conference Finals to be exact, to face off against Boston, the Celtics. The Celtics, they're going to take them out. Indiana's a good team, but the Celtics, they're just better. They're loaded. The Celtics, they're going to make the finals. There's no debate. They're going to make the finals. But as always, I'll holla. As always, we just talking basketball. Hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share. Holla at your boy. It's all about the game and how you play it. It's all about the game. I'ma say it. It's all about the game.